104 with the bonus. Okay. All right. Hopefully, we know area of a circle. Come on. We know area of a circle.
Yep.
What is it? Pi r squared. Yes? You know pi r squared?
Algebra 1.
See, even our guests know pi r squared. Okay, and what does r represent?
Radius.
It's the radius. And just a quick reminder, we know diameter is 2 times the radius. This is old news, right? Okay, now, if you have your calculators, we are going to need them for today. Do you have your calculators?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Mine actually went up.
Because, what is pi approximately?
Mine's the 3.14.
Okay, 3.14. Yes?
Can I use yours?
Yes. But I don't want you to use 3.14. Why?
Because there's a button.
Because it's not exact. We have to use all of that. How many? Yeah, look at all those decimals. Is that all the decimals in pi? No.
1.1415926535899.
Uh-huh.
I
Okay.
can recite all of pi.
Does it ever end or no?
You can't. Can anybody recite all of pi?
I can.
All of it?
Probably someone can.
No.
It doesn't end.
Ah, what did Emmy say?
It doesn't end.
It doesn't end. So is it possible?
Next number, like a yearly thing that they bring out.
Okay, quick
It's a groundhog.
Probably AI could find it.
Okay, what is pi? So where do we get the actual values of pi? This is circumference divided by the diameter, right? So if you take a circle, right? If you were to measure, okay? If you were to measure around the circle and then you would divide it by the diameter, that is the exact value of pi. Always. Every single circle, because all circles are the same. They're basically similar. Some are big, some are smaller, but the ratio is always going to be equal to pi. Okay, so quick reminder, because we had this on the quiz. Sometimes I'm going to ask for exact area, and sometimes I'm going to ask for it rounded. Okay, if I ask for exact, that means I'm going to have pi in the answer. Okay, so find the exact area of a circular putting green if its diameter is 50 feet. So diameter, whoops, is 50 feet. And we know area equals pi r squared. Again, this should be reviewed. You probably learned it somewhere in middle school.
25.
Good, because 25,
You just split the diameter in half and then
625.
multiply
Yeah.
by pi and square it.
that's all you do. Okay, so if I want exact, we need to do 25 squared.
Why is it just 50 squared?
Well, what's the formula used?
Oh, it's R.
Radius, right? So if
So half of the diameter.
half of the diameter would be 25. 25 squared? Anybody know? 625 pi. And we need units, so area is always. Okay, good.
Area, you square area. Wait, you don't have to like multiply the whole thing out?
No. So if I ask for exact, I don't want to put it in my calculator and get a decimal approximation.
So you just square the 25 and then put it pi and then
Yep.
units squared.
Yep, that's it. Okay. Are we tired?
A bit.
That was a big yawn. Should I be offended?
No, I love
Okay.
this class.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
I love you. I just really hate geometry.
I'll pretend that we're not recording.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
All right. What is the radius of the circle if the area is 1,000 square meters?
Wait, listen.
Did you guys hear that?
Is someone's car getting stolen?
My car.
Oh, that's a hint that we should end the clock.
No.
I agree.
Wait, what direction is the parking lot from here?
Okay, let's focus on the math.
So if you
Okay.
add approximately 6 plus 6, then the parking lot. Yeah.
Okay, area is pi r squared. This time, what do we know? The area is given. It's 1,000.
But then what do we do? Like reverse it? Yeah.
We reverse it,
So
okay?
what do we do first?
Facing southwest in that direction.
Okay, if I want to solve for the radius, first thing I need to do is divide by pi. No, don't do the square root until you isolate the variable.
So 1,000 pi
So-
r squared.
I'm just going to leave it as 1,000 over pi is equal to r squared because I want to be able to plug it into the calculator all at once for more accuracy. Right? How do you get rid of a square? Square root.
Don't you have to do that? 1,000 divided by 5.
I wouldn't know if it was west.
Yeah, but take a look. Okay.
Oh, I see.
What the heck? It's 10 root 10.
Okay, so when but what I'm going to do on the calculator, this is what you should be doing. Just put it in all at one time. So do the square root. I'm going to do control divide. I'm going to do 1,000 and then in the denominator. On your calculator, I don't want you to put the 3.14, remember? I want to use the pi button so we know where that is. Right here.
Oh, so like,
And then we select the first one.
gives you like the answer to undo it. You
The
just
I
have
and
to, you have to
invisible
divide it by
number.
pi and then square root it.
Yeah.
How do I make it like?
So it's 17.4.
Okay, we want to round to the 10th place.
17.8.
17.8.
That's an 8? I thought that was a 0.
Well, so it's 8.4, so
Wait, I thought that was a 0. I thought the 8 was
Oh.
a 0.
that's an 8 and then 4.
What's
Meters
the first
squared.
step that you take to get that number? Like, do you have to get rid of the?
You have to divide by the pi and then take the square root.
Okay.
All right, next one. What is the area of the shaded region? Okay, so we got a big circle and then 2 little circles left over. So what are we going to do to find the shaded area? What do we have to do?
Backwards.
Well,
Because technically we already have.
don't I have to find the big circle and then I also have to find the 2 small circles?
Yeah, but we have like nothing.
We
We
Okay.
have our.
Okay.
7 and 7.
Okay, so 7.
So let's see. We know 14 millimeters is all the way across the big circle.
So that's the
Okay,
diameter.
3.5 is the
Okay, so what's
radius.
what would be the radius of the big circle? 7. Wouldn't this be 7?
Do you mean the diameter? Oh, of the big circle.
Okay, the diameter of the big circle is 14, so the radius has to be 7. Okay, so to find the area, I want to take the big circle. Where's my...
What is that?
Who has music? I hear something. Is that you?
No, I don't care.
Okay.
I thought it was.
Okay. Good. So we want to take the big circle, and now we have 2 smaller circles. So I'm going to multiply 2 times pi.
Wait, minus?
What just happened?
Okay, listen. To find the area that's shaded, I have to take the big circle, and then I have to subtract what's not shaded, and that will give me what's left over. Does that make sense? So I'm doing the big circle minus the 2 smaller circles, and I'm left with the shaded.
But we're just finding.
Or 47.
Okay, so hold on. What's the radius of one of the smaller circles? So if all the way across here is 7, this would be 3.5. So I want to do 2 times pi times 3.5 squared.
Can't you just do?
How do you know it's 3.5? Oh, that's
Because it's half of here,
Why are we squaring it?
pi r squared. So we have the big circle,
Oh, because there's two.
pi r squared, minus 2 of the smaller circles will give me what I'm left over with, right, Emmy?
So the diameter of each is 7. So then the radius
So I
of
have-
each is 3.5.
Yeah. So now I want to do, so I have 49 pi minus, let's do 3.5 squared.
Minus 2 times pi, so can't you just do 47?
Wait, why do you have to go?
So I'm going to do 3.5 squared. So that's
But in this case,
24.5.
What happened to the 2?
I'm multiplying it here. So I'm doing 3.5 squared, and then I want to multiply that by 2. So that gives me 24.5 pi. Because I want the exact answer, and then I also want to round it to the 10th place. So I want to write it in 2 different ways. Good?
I literally have this like exact question on like the standardized.
Yeah, this is like a typical like PSAT question.
And like I think I like actually
Wait, so once you find out the radius of one of them, you have to multiply it by what?
So it's 76 point, I mean, 76.
Well, let's write it in exact form. So we're going to treat this as like terms. So I'm just going to work with the coefficients, right? 49 minus 24.5 is 24.5. So we have 24.5 pi.
Wait, isn't pi minus pi like there's none of it?
Okay, you have to treat pi like it's a variable, right? If I had
It's just an
7x minus 3x, that's,
yeah, but pi is not x.
And that's the
if I have 7 pi minus 3 pi, isn't that 4 pi?
Yes.
It's the same thing.
Okay.
Okay, Amit, you said you had the approximate. What did you get?
Wait, Miss Kasich.
I thought you put it in your calculator.
Yeah, I got 76.7, I got 77.
Yeah, so if we multiply that by pi,
I thought you
yep,
wanted to
it
do
comes out to
that.
77.
Miss Kasich. Just so I can like understand.
Yeah, I thought you wanted it with
So,
a pi symbol.
like, for this problem, you have to find what the big circle is and then find what those 2 little circles are.
Yeah.
And that's why it's being multiplied by 2 and then subtract the
Yeah,
squares from
because
it.
I'm looking for the shaded region. So I figure out the big circle, I figure out the 2 that are not shaded, and I subtract, and I'm left over with what's shaded. Oh, because I have 2 circles. So what's each circle?
Oh, 2 times pi r squared.
Yes.
Okay, and then pi times diameter squared minus pi r squared times 2, basically. Okay,
Oh
perfect.
my god, is there gonna be prolix on the final?
No.
Well, that is prolix.
Okay. So notice what the directions we're asking for, right, Mia?
Yeah, both.
Both of them. I want exact and I want the rounded. Okay. Emma, you were asking what a sector is. A sector is a fancy word for a pie piece. You know, like a pizza, you have a slice, that's like a sector. So it's just a portion of the circle. All right? So if you have, and it's got to have a central angle, remember? Central angle has to have the vertex at the, right, at the center.
Don't you call like a part of the moon? No, that's a sliver. Sorry.
Different thing. Okay. How do we find the area of the sector? This is the equation we're going to use. It's x over 360 times pi r squared.
So instead of 2 pi r.
Instead of 2 pi r for arc length, we want to do pi r squared. Yes?
Wait, what was the one for arc length again? It was pi.
No, you have to go to the,
Yeah, I do.
Oh.
So 53 over 3 times the equals
yeah, so let's see.
5 times 4 squared.
Okay, so this has a central angle of 53 degrees. So what do I want to do for the area? 53 out of, what's the whole circle?
360
360
pi r squared.
times pi, what's our radius?
4.
4. Okay, we don't need to do exact form. So if we're able to round it, can I just plug that right into my calculator? Yes.
It's exact.
Yeah, so I'm going to do control divide.
Are we gonna be allowed to have?
Yeah, for these types of questions, you would have a calculator. So
Is
50,
there a part of the test that we can't have a calculator?
no, this you would have a calculator for.
Let's make a ratio and then just multiply by pi r
So
squared.
times, I'm going to click, yep, times pi
I got 7 point.
times 4 squared. So I can type it all nicely into the calculator. Let the calculator do the work. What do we get? 7.4. Okay, so I need units, 7.4. We're still doing area, so that is square feet. Everything with area is square.
If I didn't do it, would it be?
Is it wrong if I don't put square units?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, is it wrong? Yes, but will you take off points?
No, it's wrong.
Yeah, because
Is it wrong? Is it wrong if you put the wrong units?
Yeah, but we still know how to get the answer.
No, please do not tell me.
So should I take off points?
No. She still does.
Emmy's still mad at me. Okay.
I'm not mad at you. I'm mad
I'm
at
a little
myself.
mad at this Casey.
Wait, on the quiz we just took, did you take off points for units? Because I don't know.
I guess you'll find out soon
You
enough.
got 100.
Okay,
So then no.
I want to find the shaded part here. So if this is 161, how do I find what's left over here?
Oh, you have to
the
do the
R's
other one, right?
161 too then, right?
Okay, so what's 360? Whoops.
161
Fifty to
over
360 minus 161.
Yeah, I'm writing it. I'm writing it. What do we got?
199.
199? Okay, so I want 199 over 360 times, that's for arc length. What's the formula that we just learned for sector?
Oh, times pi.
Times
Times pi times
Pi
2.4 squared.
Okay,
Why can't
let's
you do
multiply this out.
Why can't you do 161 over
What the heck
360?
is that?
So
I don't.
I'm asking for the shaded area. Is 161 the right? I'm looking for this. You tell me. What's 2.4 represent? What's 2.4 represent? It's the radius.
So yeah, it's basically.
Okay, so go ahead and plug that all into the calculator. Let's see what we get.
I got 10. Does that make sense?
Let's find out. Control divide 199 times pi times 2.4 squared. 10.000. Okay, so it's about 10 square feet.
About 10.002.
Yeah, so if we're rounding to the 10th place, then it would just still be 10. Okay, last one.
Where's like the power, like the squared button?
Where's the squared button? Right here. Where it says x squared. You can also use the caret symbol here and put a 2 in.
Wait, why'd you do 199 instead of 161? Because you
Because
subtract
what's
360
what's the angle where it's shaded?
I see.
Okay. All right, now we know the area of the shaded region is 100 pi over 9, and we want to figure out what's the angle measure.
Wait, so we've never gotten an area that was like a fraction and.
Okay, well we'll figure out how to work around that. When you are given the area and you have to work backwards, what do we want to do here?
So it's pi.
What's the area equal to? What's the formula? Let's go back.
Pi r squared.
What's this?
Oh, so you do 100 pi over 9 equals
No, you
x
just
over 360 times.
Okay, so we're going to do 100 pi
Oh.
over 9 equals x over 360 times pi r squared.
Pi 10 squared.
Okay, so when we know the sector and we're working backwards, we set it equal to the formula. Okay, now we got to figure out how do we isolate the radius.
Divided by pi.
Well, the radius is 10.
Oh, sorry, not the radius. You're right, we have the radius. The radius is 10, we're finding x. So let's see. 100 pi over 9, x over 3.
Cross multiply. 9x equals.
36,000.
Okay, how do we get rid of all those numbers and isolate x?
Multiply pi by this side. Oh, yeah.
Come on, we can do this.
You just said cross multiply.
Okay, before we do cross multiply though, you can cross multiply.
Can we make 10 100?
Let's make this 100. Okay, so we have 100 pi. I'm gonna go over here.
So just like, so I don't know, just solve it and isolate it.
Oopsie.
Don't do that.
Where did you get that?
Where did I get what?
Yeah, I don't know how you got that.
Yeah, this is gibberish. This case is one thing.
What?
Yeah,
There's no gibberish involved.
What is this Turkish? Is this Turkish?
No! It's math. What's 10 squared? Please
Okay,
tell me.
100.
Okay.
That's
Okay,
I
and
mean,
there's
I
a,
get it. I get how she
okay,
got it.
imagine,
She multiplied she multiplied.
imagine I extend the fraction line.
But why? Oh, because the X is there.
Look
You
at
just combined
everything.
it.
Come on. Okay. Now what? Okay, you could cross multiply. That's one thing
Can
you
you
could do.
multiply like 5 common denominators?
You could find a common denominator if you wanted. The other thing is I can multiply by the reciprocal to isolate x. Okay, guys,
Why did it get so complicated?
Yeah.
it's not complicated. It's literally a fraction equal to another fraction times x.
Can we just take out the X then?
Where do you want to get rid of the x?
No, like make it.
Come on, we can do this. I have faith in you.
I don't have faith.
Okay, let's do this.
Let me give you a different example real quick. I'm gonna make a different example and you're gonna say, wait, that's easy. Okay, if I gave you, let's say it was 10 over 3 equals 10x over 9. Can you solve that?
Yeah.
How?
Oh, 90 equals 30x.
Okay. And then you would?
X
Oh.
30.
Fine.
So you do
Okay. Can you do the same thing for this?
I'm not
Yeah,
saying
but
we can't.
but I said we could cross multiply. You said no.
I didn't say no.
Yeah, but you were like,
No, because that's harder. That's more work.
I don't understand the easier way to do it.
There's another way you could do it. So take this.
Oh, you could do 3. Like 3 times 3 is 9.
I could multiply both sides by 9 over 10.
Where would I get 9 over 10?
And then I could cross out everything here.
No, I don't get
But
it.
that one has a pi in it, what would we do?
That's okay.
So you'd have pi
It's
over
the
x.
same thing. You just keep the pie. You can ask.
Oh my god. This case it.
I thought you were just there at the beginning of the period.
No, I went to get my backpack instead.
Oh, that was the end of it.
Left my phone there.
Okay, I kind of running out of room, so if I were to multiply both sides by the reciprocal, kind of like what I did here, what do you notice? What cancels?
The pie.
And
The 100.
the 100. And what do we end up with?
9 would be.
What's
Well,
360?
Every problem's gonna work out this. way.
What's 360 divided by 9?
40.
40.
Wait, I don't understand how you got the x at the other side. I don't get it.
I just explained it, Emma.
40.